as the methods. So back to this here. So what I've done here is I've tried to illustrate exactly how this works. And what you have with this presynaptic neuron, the ascending, and then the postsynaptic, and this is how that communicates. So what the THC and the CBD do is effectively form a type of, it works by, you have already endogenous cannabinoid receptors in your body, which you also have, you have receptors for a lot of things. And naturally, your body already has cannabinoid receptors. It's called the endocannabinoid system. And so THC works presynaptically in the sending neuron to affect how the neurotransmission of the signals. And CBD works postsynaptically to affect how the signal is received. So as with what's going to be legal here in Texas in January to aid in treatment is CBD. The CBD will affect how an epileptic and anti-epileptic, sorry, epileptism, in an epileptic seizure, the signals sent across the neurons kind of go haywire, right? So it begins sending too many signals, and the body begins to spaz out, which, why it's also a good antispasmodic. Now, of course, there's always more research needs to be done, more focused research, so on and so forth. But what the CBD does and will do for an epileptic patient is it affects and effectively lowers the amount of missed signal and missed transmission, which causes the body to convulse, and why it's so easy to see how well it can help a patient when they go from 20, 30, 40 seizures a day to one. You can visually see that it helps. Now this is how and why. The CBD will attach to the body's own endogenous, which endos for short, endocannabinoid receptor, right? So you got the endogenous system that's already set up within the body, and the within the body, and it's pretty, it's just basically using what the body already has in place to treat a disease that can, cause devastation. So what it does, the CBD will join in here and will limit the amount of signals that are sent across that presynaptic. This is these neurons are brain cells, basically. But this neurotransmission occurs all throughout the body, muscle cells and so on and so forth. So the CBD, once ingested, which can be easily extracted from any type of cannabis plant, once extracted and administered, and of course you have a lot of these endocannabinoid receptors. This is just one, I'm just showing one specific example of, just to give it a representation of how it works. So what it does, it attaches here, and effectively causes some of these receptors to not be able to receive the false or amplified signals sent by the presynaptic neuron. What that effectively does is causes not only the amount of seizures to lower, but it causes the body, it causes the seizures to lower by limiting the amount of signal that can be transmitted across this presynaptic cleft. So we have this right here is called a presynaptic cleft. So with this specific, with epilepsy, it's a really good example. Diseases are not good, but it's a really good path of research to find out exactly how, because of where the disease affects patients on the cellular level. You know, so we got how that works. The presynaptic cleft is where, you know, where the real battle is. You know, future research can be focused on, you know, on several areas. What the main thing is where these two effect rather, you know, the body on a cellular, molecular level. And that's what the goal is. The goal is to be able to have an easier and more natural method of treatment for patients, so they don't have to go through the extensive and sometimes poisonous methods that we have now to treat these diseases, and with epilepsy being the one that I will be focusing on. So, yeah, I want to thank Lamar State College Orange for allowing me to use their facilities. Of course, I'm an alumni from here, and I just wanted to give them a shout out as well. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Yeah, future studies. Now, where the real magic is going to occur, and more I plan